Hello, my name's Phil and I work for the Consumer Services Department at the Hoselock head office in Birmingham. With over 50 years horticultural expertise, we at Hoselock understand the rewards of gardening and want to help you to get the best from your garden. Okay, so you've put your two LR14 or size C batteries into the machine, and you'll then hear a sound from the machine as it performs a self-test. After this, you'll be shown a display which allows you to put some initial settings into the computer. The first thing we need to do is select the language that you'd like the display to be in, and there's 8 different languages, so using the blue up and down arrows, select the correct language, and finally accept this using the green button. The next thing we have to set is the current day and time. So again, using the up and down blue arrows, select the correct day of the week that it currently is and accept that with the green button, and similarly accept the correct hour using the up and down blue buttons and finally the green button to accept that. And then the minutes are also selected with the up and down blue button and accepted into the machine using the green button. You then get a row of little dots that shows that the machine's processing your data, and then you'll be faced with a main display which shows the watering patterns that have been set into the machine. And as we've just put the batteries in, there won't be anything set, so that's what we have to do next. So just some simple rules to bear in mind when you're programming your computer. There are 4 buttons on the machine. There's a red button and a green button and a blue up button and a blue down button. And if you bear in mind what these buttons are used for, it will make life a lot easier when you're programming the machine. Firstly, the red button, when you're at the main screen, will allow you to turn the water from your tap manually on. And when you press that red button, the machine will turn on and the water will flow through the machine. You'll then see a screen that says that the machine is going to water for up to 59 minutes. You can change that duration by using the blue up and down arrows to increase or reduce the number of minutes of watering. And the machine will then just do that for the number of minutes that you've set into the machine. So we've turned the computer on by pressing the red button to manually turn the water on. And the same button is also used to turn the watering off. So if we've decided that the watering is enough for what we want, we can then press the red button again, and this will then turn the computer off and bring us back to the main screen where we can do other things with the machine. From the main screen, you'll see at the bottom of the screen it says normal watering. If you feel that the programs that you've set into the machine may be either giving too much water or too little water for the actual conditions, if it's a very sunny day outside, or for instance that you've had a lot of rain and you don't want to give as much water, you can then reduce or increase the amount of watering by using the blue up and down arrows to move from normal watering to turbo watering. For increasing the amount of water, this actually doubles the duration that the machine turns on for. So pressing the blue up arrow will select turbo watering. Likewise, if you want to half the duration of watering that you've already programmed in, press the blue down arrow and then the display will then change to miser watering. And as I say, this will then reduce the duration of watering by a half. And finally, the green button is used to accept or select data that you can see on the screen, or to move on to the next level of menus. So the green button always selects something that's on the screen or moves on to the next menu. The red button goes back if you want to go back to the previous screen, and the blue up and down buttons either move up and down the screen or change the value of something that you're trying to select. So the most simple watering pattern that we can put into the machine, which basically involves very, very little input from the user, is the easy touch watering. And that will program the machine to turn on for 5 minutes every 24 hours. And we do that by pressing and holding in the green button for about 5 seconds. You'll then see the row of dots appear. That's the computer processing your input. And then the machine will burst into life and open for 5 minutes, and it'll do that every 24 hours until you program another sequence into the computer or take the batteries out. As you can see, the display shows the current time that you've programmed in and the watering time of 5 minutes. So another way we can program times into the computer is to use some of the watering presets that are set into the machine. So we do this by pressing the green button to select the main menu from the start screen, and then you'll see a set of other options that are displayed, and the top one is the watering presets. So we will press the green button again to accept the watering presets choice, which will then give us another selection of different watering patterns that are set into the machine. You can program it every day, 4 times a day for 2 minutes, twice a day for 2 minutes, twice a day for 10 minutes, 4 times a week for 5 minutes, 4 times a week for 15 minutes, 3 times a week for 5 minutes, or 3 times a week for 15 minutes, and finally once a week for 2 hours. But the one we're going to select today is twice a day for 2 minutes. And then we're going to press the green button to select that. And then we should see the little row of dots again that says the machine is processing our input. And after the row of dots have processed our information, we then go back to the main screen, which shows that we've set a watering patterning of twice a day for 2 minutes, and that'll happen every day until we alter the settings or turn the computer off. So another way that we can set times into the computer is to use the watering wizard. This has a little bit more flexibility in that you can select the time that you want the watering to start at some time in the future, and also have a little bit more flexibility with the watering duration. You can select durations up to the nearest minute. So we do that by pressing the green button on the main menu to get to the first level of choices, and then using the blue up and down arrows until watering wizard is highlighted, and press the green button again. You then see a series of choices for your own convenience to select different in-program times into the machine so that you can process the things that you want. And there are a number of choices there, from every day, once a day, and then also pick the days that you want to pick of your own choice. The one that we're going to choose today is twice a day, every day. So we select that with the green button, and then the machine asks us what time we'd like the watering to start. So using the up and down blue arrows, we select the time that we want the computer to turn on. In this case, we're going to select 8 o'clock. We press the green button, and then we have to select the watering duration, and in this case we're going to use the up and down blue arrows to choose 30 minutes, and again press the green button to select that. We then process the time that we want the machine to turn on the second occasion, and in this case we're going to select 8 o'clock at night or 2000 hours using the blue up and down arrows and selecting that with the green button. And again we're going to turn the machine on for 30 minutes by pressing the up and down blue buttons till 30 minutes appears, and then finally pressing the green button. The row of dots then appears to show that the computer's processing that information, and then it goes back to the home main screen that shows the 2 programs that are set into the machine, program 1 at 8 o'clock for 30 minutes and program 2 at 2000 hours or 8 p.m. again for 30 minutes. And the last method that we can use to program times into the computer, which gives total flexibility and a lot more choice, is called the watering manager. We access this by pressing from the main screen the green button to select the menu, and from that we move the cursor down using the blue up and down buttons to the watering manager selection, and again use the green button to select that. The next screen that you see is a list of all the days of the week, and you're going to get the opportunity to program times for each day into the machine. You will be able to copy anything that you program for a specific day to all the other days, but select the day of the week that you want to program first, which is usually Monday, and then the cursor moves to the edit selection, and again press the green button to select the screen that will allow you to program the start and run times into the computer. You'll then see a screen which shows a selection of programs, 4 of them in total, and you will be able to select the exact start time and watering duration for up to 4 programs per day. You don't have to select all of those, you can just use one of the programs or 2 of them or 3 of them. So using the blue up and down arrows to change the selections for the start time and minute and the duration time, and the green button to accept that, put the program that you want to put into the machine using those buttons. And finally, when the cursor moves to the on-off selection at the side, make sure that it says on before you press the green button to move on to the next program. When you've got the machine programmed exactly as you want it, press the green button again to get to the main menu for the watering manager. You'll then be able to copy that program that you've just input into the computer to all the rest of the days in the week. So by selecting the next level of menu by the green button, you can then move the cursor down to copy all days using the blue button and select that with the green button. That will then put the programs that you've just input into the computer into all the rest of the days of the week. And you'll see alongside each day on the left hand side of the screen there's a little black mark to say that those days have got times programmed into them, and the times that you've actually programmed in will be shown under where it says today's watering. That's it, job done.